All right, what's up, everybody? Afflicted Gamer here, and welcome back to Vigor. So they being the devs, put a little message out. If you are subscribed to their emails, you will have gotten one of these in your inbox here. If not, of course, you can always go to their website and you'll find this information. But I know a lot of you don't do that, so I'm here to read off some of the stuff that is going to be coming in 2023 here, which is pretty exciting. I believe there's going to be a couple of trailers that we could watch together. Yes, there is. So yeah, some cool stuff. So it says here, Happy New Year 2023, hi Outlanders. This new year is here, and we wish you all the best in 2023. After getting festive and celebrating the holidays in December, there is a lot of work ahead of us in the upcoming year. The first month of 2023 will be dedicated mainly to preparations for the next installment of Vigor Chronicles. I gotta say, I loved the whole series with the cassettes and the voice acting and the little teaser trailers and stuff. All the things they've done are just, I like the direction that they're headed with that. So, more of that. As some of you already know, we're also working on a new map, thumbs up, new shelter improvements, thumbs up, and much more. Well, I'm just going to give that a thumbs up as well. So, we've prepared a little video for you, so let's go ahead and watch that, and then, we'll go ahead and talk about the rest. There is some stuff, some recap stuff if you're interested in, everything that happened over the past year, anything from weapon tunings to community spotlights, just a good old recap. Before we watch the video, let's check this out here though. So we've got a special treat coming for Xbox players. We prepared a free Game Pass Ultimate Bundle to be claimed. Typically, PlayStation gets a PS Plus bundle, and poor Nintendo gets left with nothing. Hopefully, in 2023, Vigor can work out some sort of a deal with Nintendo so you guys don't get left out. I feel terrible posting the videos like, hey, you can grab this right now for free, but not Nintendo. So, yeah, fingers crossed you guys get some love this year. Okay, and we're finishing up work on update 14.0, and there's something in there for me I can't wait to share with you guys. Oh my goodness. I honestly I just want the next season to get here. So I could finally tell everyone and show everyone. And for me, it's a big deal anyway. Put it that way. All right, so which will come in February. Stay tuned. For those who are wondering what's in store for 2023, we've released a video with things you can look forward to. So let's go ahead and watch this together. And
Hey Outlanders, welcome to our looking forward video.
hey,
This time
Internet.
you will be looking forward to what's happening in 2023. You may have already seen our recap video for 2022, so for this specific one you can jump in to some details and nitty gritty with our developers to see what things you could be excited for in 2023, which is also the near future for Vigor. So let's dive in.
This is the first time that I'm watching this, by the way.
Alright, so Zora, last year in 2022, we only had 3 Battle Pass seasons, which means 3 major updates, and each of these Battle Passes had 75 levels. Could you share with the community how it's going to look for 2023?
Yes, there will be 4 Battle Pass seasons with 50 levels. The first one is coming in February. The themes will be again spread across the various interesting groups of the Outlands. Not every season will contain cassettes, but you can definitely expect 1 or 2 stories coming your way.
Alright, that sounds awesome. Definitely something to look
Nice.
forward to.
Nice.
So last year as well, we focused on the onboarding experience for new players. This year, is there going to be something for veteran players as well?
Yes, we definitely want to focus also on our veteran players. So what I can tell you now is that we are currently working on the leaderboards, but it's still kind of a big process, and we need to do a complete overhaul because of it. So yeah, you can definitely expect it next year, but I cannot tell you exactly when.
All right. Well, we're happy with at
Mm.
least this much information. Thank you so much, Zora, for sharing your explanations with
Yes,
us.
thank you too.
All right. So we've also already mentioned that we want to implement new shelter improvements, and this also involves legacy seasons. Could you explain how that process will look like, perhaps?
Yes, absolutely. So this is actually something that I was so scared to talk about or to announce because people start panicking right away, right? Because we are saying, oh, hey, legacy seasons will no longer be a thing. But it actually makes sense, and I will explain, because legacy seasons will be pushed to the side for the sake of new exciting features. So basically, we already knew that for a while we wanted to give some love to our shelter improvements. This is also something that always pops up in discussions in our community, but
Can I just say the Xbox pillow in between Spirit here and Jeanette is so cool, and I want one. Okay, so we've got 6 more minutes to go, roughly 5 more minutes here. Interesting stuff. So I'm glad that they're talking about the way, the stopping of legacy seasons, and they're giving their reasons why, because a lot of people were in an uproar. It was such a welcomed feature, and it helped a lot of players play catch up. And I mean, as long as the ones that are still there that you have, as long as they don't go away, and you got time to finish them, that's great. And moving forward, you'll just have to, well, do your best to finish off the seasons as best you can. But I think lowering the levels back down to 50 from 75 is also a good idea. I know that there are some of you that are going no and flat out disagree with me, but not everybody can make it through the 75 levels. Those of you that play strictly Vigor only, sure, but some of us play other games, or people have other obligations, job, kids, this, that, the other, and they don't have time for the grind to 75. So I can see both sides of the coin. I'm not necessarily choosing a side per se. If I was, yeah, I choose the 50, but I understand, those of you that want 75. Okay, I'll shut up so we can continue on.
also internal discussions. So a huge part will be new shelter improvement that will basically introduce weapon and consumable plans that were previously available in Battle Pass seasons, and you will be able to obtain them by leveling up this shelter improvement. So this is a huge step for us. Legacy Season 9 was actually the last Legacy season, but don't panic yet, it will be still available until we have this new solution, this new shelter improvement ready for release. So once we will be ready, we will also let you know, obviously, that you will no longer be able to use legacy seasons, and then we will
Oh,
push out the new shelter
okay.
improvement. But the weapon and consumable plans aren't the only thing that will be available as a new shelter improvement. Obviously, I can't tell you much, but we considered many community recommendations. One of them, for example, being multiple loadouts or multiple presets. So we would like to look into that as well. And other exciting stuff that I can't share right now, so stay tuned.
All right. So definitely these shelter improvements is one of the priorities for next year. Another priority for next year would probably be the endgame content. Could you walk us through how it's going to look like for 2023?
Absolutely. Even
Oh,
though I can't share much right now, definitely the shelter improvements will be a huge part of the end game. We also kickstarted some of the preparations for the end game in 2022. This was the seasonal challenges and other types of challenges that might come along the way to keep players, our community interested and to keep on playing. But there is other stuff. For example, we know for a while that we would like to give some extra love to encounters, but sadly I can't share much more. So you will have to wait it out and see what happens in 2023.
All right. So those are the bigger upcoming things that we're going to be working on for 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Are there perhaps any other smaller tidbits of info that you could share us? Something that the community could look forward to in 2023 as well? Other changes perhaps?
Yes, one of the first things that we really had to discuss after 2022 was changing our roadmap a bit, because previously we released only 3 major seasons with many minor updates in between the seasons, which worked to a certain degree, but it also made the minor updates really mimic the major ones. There was a lot of features coming up also in the minor ones. It was really heavy for the development process, for the testing process. So we would like to change it this year. Instead, we will go with 4 major seasons, major updates, and we will scratch the minor ones. This doesn't mean that there won't be any new content coming up. Obviously, we will still have special events, Booster Apocalypse, Double XP weekends, the usual, but we plan on releasing mostly hotfixes after the major updates and not minor updates with huge amount of features. So that's one of the things that will change in 2023. Another thing is that we really wanted to come up with a solution for AFK players in elimination. This is something that has been bothering our community for a while, so we are currently working on it, and the solution will be hopefully released soon.
Good.
Then we also have another thing in making, which is a new map. We released Kirsten last year, so it would be nice to introduce a new map this year as well. So you can look forward to that. Sadly, I can't tell you anything else. And the last thing that will be important mostly to the players that like to use weapons, not really for the looters, and this is we really want to look into weapon overhaul. We released many weapons over the course of the last 3 years. Some of them are really good, some of them not so much. So we would like to make like a basic standard for weapons, really look into it, tweak them, and make the overall gunplay more enjoyable, I would say. So yeah, these are definitely the focus points for 2023, but there's definitely more that will come, but I sadly can't talk about it. So let's wait for what happens, and we will see you throughout the year.
Right, yeah, fingers crossed. And thank you for sharing all of this information with us, Pirit.
No worries. All right, see ya.
All right, so that's about it. We hope that you're looking forward to the future of Vigor as much as we are looking forward to it as well. 2023 will definitely be an exciting year, so we hope that you stay tuned for updates on Vigor on our social media as well, and we'll see you in the Outlands.
Okay. I should have made that full screen the whole time. I was thinking about that halfway through. My apologies, everyone. But yeah, okay. There we go. So lots to look forwards to. So part of the end game has always been something to do with the shelter. Those of us, the partners, when we're talking to the devs in the Discord, Endgame gets brought up a fair amount, I would say. And the one thing that they have continuously repeated is that part of the Endgame is supposed to be the shelter, upon completion and this, that, and the other. But of course, people are still going to want to play once it's completed. And those play, I'm going to even include myself. Those of us that don't go into the Outlands strictly to hunt other players need something else to do. If our shelter is complete, hunting for resources, other than for the simple fact that it's XP towards the battle pass, is essentially, useless, for lack of a better word. I'm not trying to be rude. Uh, but really it is, you'll just be stockpiling materials upon materials with nothing to do with them. And I dislike the argument, that, oh, well, you get extra weapons, you could just break them down. Once you're at the end game, you have so many materials, you don't need more either. So you need something else completely to do. So I can't wait to see what they have coming in store um, in 2023 in that regard for veteran players, especially because the new players will still have things to do. Now, they are going to be taking away legacy seasons. Spirit said it herself. Okay, but it's going to be integrated into the new changes with the shelter, which means that hopefully, I still have a bunch that aren't finished on PlayStation, and I really hope they aren't going to just get swooped up. Um, the items that I want, I would still like a way to get them, earn them versus just purchasing them. Uh, I guess we'll have to wait and see again. Um, this is a wicked shirt they sent us, by the way. I just thought I would leave that up on there because I really really like it. That and some t-shirts a while back. So thank you to the team for those. Uh, yeah, there we have it. Cool stuff is in the works and on the way. 14.0, I'm extremely hyped about for my own personal reasons and just for the fact that it's going to be a new season and I can't wait to see the direction that the game goes here in 2023. So, but please do go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments down below. Kindly hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and please do consider subscribing to the channel for more Vigor content, Division 2 content, sorry, content. I was also trying to say Heartland in my head, so yeah, the two got mashed together. Anyways, and lastly, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter at Afflicted Gamer. I told you guys I had those bundles to give away, the Crown of Daisy. One person wrote, "I want it." That I don't know if you were talking about the bundle. I replied. That person never got back to me. So yeah, I give up. I'm going to give them to another partner, and well, I just hope somebody eventually gets it, and hopefully in the future, when I get these, people will want them. I mean, PlayStation players wanted them, but I guess nobody on Xbox really cared for them unless they already had them. So, but alright, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video, or maybe even out here in the Outlands.